Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Daily's 2A News. Today we're going to talk about the governor of Colorado signing 3 new gun control bills into law. There's a lot to unpack, so let's get started. Now, it's really sad to see Colorado go down the gun control path. It seems like a beautiful place to live. I'm sure they have their big city problems like everybody else, but still, it seems like a pretty nice place, and they've been on the gun control path now for quite a while, but these 3 new bills make it even that much worse. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is going to be SB 256, which essentially, when it comes to the Second Amendment, alleviates the preemption law that existed in that state prior. So what it allows municipalities and special districts and cities and counties to do is to create their own laws, even if those laws exceed what already exists by the state. So previously, a county or a city or a district couldn't make a law that was more stringent than what the state law already was. And this alleviates that. And it also adds some things like places of higher education can now make their own rules and regulations as well. That means that if the law says that, let's say you're restricted to 15 rounds, right? Well, now if a county decides that they don't like the Second Amendment, they can go above and beyond that and maybe restrict it to 10 rounds or 7 rounds, or maybe there's not any type of ban on a specific type in the state. The state law doesn't have a ban for it. Well, now a county or a district could actually ban something, even if it's, a more stringent law than what the state allows. They can ban that just in their county, so that people that live in those counties where we know that obviously there's pockets where they just absolutely hate the Second Amendment, but within those pockets, those people could now be under more strict rules and regulations than even the rest of the state. That is a law, if you ask me, that is really just seeking out problems. Now, the next one's going to be HB 1298. This particular one is, again, it's one of those ones that was based off of feelings. The person that signed these into law, the governor of the state of Colorado, absolutely has no respect for people's constitutional rights whatsoever. If he did, there is no way that he would have signed these into law. So obviously, he doesn't care about the people in his state. He doesn't care about their constitutional rights, their liberties, their freedoms. He just cares about feelings, emotions, and trying to make himself look good for his own party, obviously the Democrat Party, right? So again, this is another one that's pretty bad. So what they're saying is that it closes the Charleston loophole and forces anybody that buys something from a show to undergo a background check before they were able to receive their item. So again, it's basically just background checks for everybody. Background checks, background checks, background checks. That's essentially what they're trying to push here. Before anybody takes possession of anything, they'd have to go through a background check regardless of how you came about it. Also, what it does is this bill also adds some misdemeanors that would be disqualifiers in the state. So we're talking about, not felony charges, misdemeanor charges that would be completely disqualifying in the state of Colorado. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, the last one, HB 1299, takes Colorado taxpayer money. Okay, these are people who could be either for or against the Second Amendment. Regardless, it doesn't matter if you're against the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment exists. It's in our founding documents. It's in our Bill of Rights. It exists. Even if you don't like it, that doesn't make it not important. It doesn't make it not exist just because you don't like it. But it takes people's taxpayer money from everyone and creates a new office. This is going to be an office of gun violence prevention. So basically what they're doing is they're creating an office to restrict you of your rights, and then they're taking everybody's taxpayer money in order to fund it. So again, an office, which is basically solely dedicated to restricting people's Second Amendment rights, and the good people of Colorado are going to have to fund that themselves. This is an office that does not need to exist. That is what law enforcement is for. If you want to talk about any type of prevention or violent prevention, then you want to talk about law enforcement and what they are doing to prevent things like that from happening. Not making an office that is solely there just to make sure that people don't have the liberties that they are insured. Now, one thing I want you to remember is that it doesn't matter if California, Colorado, New York, New Jersey, Illinois, Hawaii, whatever state is out there that wants to infringe on people's Second Amendment rights, it doesn't matter if they create a law that says, hey, whatever city, municipality, district, or county, or whatever you guys want to do, just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter if it supersedes the law that currently exists in the state. It doesn't matter if they make a law that says that, and I hope people in Colorado can fight back against this, but it doesn't matter because there's already one law that's higher than what even the state can do, and that is the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. They're not allowed to create laws, even within a state on a state level, that supersede that. That is the law of the land. Now, there's obviously states' rights, but when it comes to people's liberties and people's freedoms, that's not something that they're allowed to touch. So you can't say that, well, we have these laws, but they're not really tough enough, so if you want to add something that's tougher, just go ahead and do it. No, the state and every government agency within it and every county has to abide by the Constitution. That governs everything. So again, I hope that people in Colorado can fight back against this. It's just a shame to see it go down like that. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and have a great day.